Всем привет, с вами Виктор, и мы сегодня продолжаем играть в игры. И сегодня мы будем попробуем, посмотрим на такую игру, как принцип Талоса. The Talos Principle 2. Запускаем и давай посмотрим, что это такое. Запускаю первый раз, так что нужно будет много в настройках покопаться. Может быть. Блин, у меня процессор весь забился на 100%. Тупо на сотню загрузился. Так, субтитры показывать. Компас. А серьезно, а что с процессором там? Почему он тут так вот, ну это... Что там грузит-то? Талос? Нет, серьезно, он настолько, что ли, блин, требовательная игра. Я, блин, не думал, что он там это... Настолько много загрузит. О, наконец, 60% загрузили. Так, ну что ж, и начать. Посмотрим, что это такое. На SSD. Блин, да надо купить уже. Вот, если мне уже так вот в лоб уже говорят. Нет пророка в своем отечестве. Всегда считал, что спасти человека может только другой человек. Через Болдуин. Первую часть мы играли. Это было давненько, если честно. Про сюжетами вообще уже мало что помню. Но он там был. Какой там никакой. Ну, передавался в этих... На компах. На записях. Так. Перечь.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
Элохим. А чем отличается вот это вот? А, понял. Это вот тут такая же фигня. Ладно, будем разбираться. Так, это деактиватор. Вот так он работает. Подожди. А, это. Я думаю, тебе тоже нужно как-то деактивировать. Уже начинаем. Вторая часть, блин, как бы... Первая часть была не такая уж сложная. Мы более чем быстро прошли. Тут загадки нет. Так, типа взять, перетащить. Вот мы открыли. Пока все по-старому. В первой части вроде была Греция.
This land is but a dream. You will stay here only for a little while. Soon you will awaken in a new world. But first you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel. Do not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
Так, я выкую инструменты, с помощью которых человечество восстановит себя и превратит мир в райский сад, который он никогда не был. Кузнец. Больше символов. Где я тебе их возьму? Так, ну пошли куда-нибудь. Ага, ну, блин, сдаю, помню. Блин, если честно, я, про первую часть очень мало что помню. Кубические шаги. Я помню, что я прошел ее полностью. Это взяли, вытащили. Что теперь? А, понял, понятно.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
Подожди, тут нужно как-то. Пук. А как еще выше-то? Или мне нужно как-то... Ну, здесь он не прыгает, не допрыгивает. А, блин, смотри, вот здесь вот она немного ниже будет. Вот сюда вот передачим. Тихо. Не? Ты умеешь так прыгать далеко, что ли? Допустим.
Well done, my child.
Приняли. Ограждение L. Так, бросить. В смысле, в смысле вот просто положить, да? Так, а мне тебе нужно как-то туда перетащить его. Если я, пример, возьму, сюда поставлю. Да, все верно. Не открывается? Нет. Вот так вот, то есть нам нужно просто взять, найти все кубики и дойти до... Так, последнее. Рукой поддайте. Допустим. Сделали.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Так, а отсюда получается, да? Так, теперь нужно найти следующие кубики. Не отличается. Ладно. Так, это берется. Так, а теперь мне нужно эту фигню вот сюда вот перетащить. Плюс раз, два, три, четыре, пять. Потащили. Нет, это... Взяли.
Very good.
Превосходно. Блин, пока все легко. Но опять же, нас просто обучает. Показывают и кубики, показывают ограждения, показывают механику игры. Нас именно что вот, пока что просто обучают. Так, вот нам нужно взять кубик. 2 кубика. Могу. Вентиляторы также берутся. Все, забираем вот это вот. Ставим сюда. 1. Забираем вентилятор. Это взяли. Кинули. Так, подожди. Слишком уж я как-то далеко нахожусь. Не, тут что-то прикол в другом будет. Слишком уже далеко находится. И... Не, подожди, что-то я немного не понимаю. Тут больше ничего и нету. Больше кубиков тут не наблюдается. Ну и один кубик здесь у нас находится. Далеко прыгать я не могу. Блин, а что делать-то? А! Как-то надо это использовать. И как запрыгнуть? Что правая, что левая кнопка мыши одинаково отрабатывает. Бля, одного кубика не хватает. Так, давай подумаем. Есть вентилятор, который нас поднимает. Есть два кубика. Больше тут ни хера и нету. Попробую вот запрыгнуть вот на эту вот фигню. Подожди, дай-ка, может быть, дам где-нибудь что-нибудь. Получится. Эксперимент с одинарной цепью. Понял. Выключили. Ну, это нам вот этот кубик отдали. Так, это нас не убивает. Вентилятор перестал крутить. Универсальное устройство. Так, и... Приняли. Так, а ты здесь нет. Так, ладно. Я взял эту фигню. Это у нас не деактивируется. Если ничего нету. Как вентилятор отключить? Ага, то есть ими я могу даже вентиляторы отрубать.
Excellent.
Так, у нас осталась последняя загадка. А вот с ней вот проблемы. Мир полон он безграничной красоты. Я хочу видеть как можно больше. Ну как может подсказка будет? Статическое давление. Но она прям сразу отключается. Блин, далеко. У нас есть два кубика, есть вентилятор, который соединяется. Не, один кубик сюда в любом случае. Не, отсоединять вентилятор вообще смысла нету. Так мы тоже пробовали. А, нет, не пробовали. Я думал, мы это уже пытался уже так сделать. Так, ладно, идем дальше. Это мне, получается, вот это вот открылось.
I am proud of all my children. Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth.
Это что еще за фигня? Коннектор. Он работает как-то вот. Может, нужно как-то соединить. Да, я помню эти вот, я вспомнил. Все, вот так вот соединяется. Следующий. Призматичные пеленгаторы. Так, ну у них есть задержка. Финал у нас здесь находится. Ага. То есть нужно как-то... Но теперь это не отличается. То есть нужно раз, два, три, четыре. Так, разрушительные помехи. Ладно, смотрим. Типа раз, два, три. А, это красный. А это мне нужно еще и синенькие сделать. То есть раз, два, три. Так, а тут у нас получилась проблема. А мы вот эту вот легкую уже. Все, это мы забрали уже. И уже как таковой проблемы уже нету. А теперь нужно как-то подсоединить вот эти вот. Раз, два и три. А, не, нам даже вообще уже не нужно. Все, и теперь просто берем. И по кругу. Так, следующий. 2 цвета, 2 двери. Ну что ж, да, посмотрим. 2 цвета, 2 двери. Вот так, нашел один. Вот, 2 за кубики заберу. Мне пока финиш не вижу. Куда тащить нужно. Ага. Синенький надо. Это у нас красный. Красный. А синенький вот он, да? Так, я вас понял. Поставим сюда, вот, к примеру. Соединили это. Соединили это. Можно и бегу делать. Бегом все это. Проходите. Так, последнее. Восхождение ждет. Так, это надо включить. Так, а где это? А, вот она. А ты что, не это не будешь? Да, не будет. А если на кубик? Не.
Thank you, child. I have finished preparing your vessel. Now hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I in my garden could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious. But above all else, you will have to be human.
Собрали.
Step into the light, child, and awaken.
Все, прошли обучалку.
You're awake. Welcome to the world of the living. That's not an easy question to answer. But the first step is this. You've been born. Your body was completed. You were booted up, and now you're here. And rather confused. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions. Of course. You want the short version or the long version?
Два длинные. Не, с максимальной дотошностью.
All right, you asked for it.
Давай.
A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost. That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war, and so few into useful research? It's hard to understand. But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time. A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much, and over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position. When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker. Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way. It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitors' team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the Founder are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return. Before the Founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal, capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it. Exactly. We don't actually have 1,000 citizens because there have been a handful of deaths over the centuries. But you are the 1,000th new human to enter this world. Congratulations. You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event. Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the first companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning. You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born. Now New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself. I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break and we'll see what happens. You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so. Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you.
Ладно.
Oh, one more thing. Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Так, ну пока. Добро пожаловать в соцсеть нового героя Селима. Ознакомьтесь со следующими правилами. Уважительно относитесь ко всем, независимо от их порядкового номера. Не упоминайте имя Зодчи в Зуе. Уважайте принципы цели. Обсуждения на тему, являются ли лягушки людьми, теперь запрещены. Неактивные темы будут тут архивироваться. Если у вас возникли проблемы, отправьте сообщение модераторам Джереми 832, Ниам 11 и Аронакс 430. Ёбана ты, блин, как... Да, я быстренько возьму про себя полистаю. А, блин, это мы уже то, что ну, уже это вопросы задавали. Все, можно идти, да? Направо, налево. Налево.
Look, it's 1K.
Hey, 1K! Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Shouldn't the mayor be starting his speech?
This should be interesting.
At least give him a chance.
Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
Пролог о дивный новый мир. Так, ну что ж, как я понимаю,
I
мне
told
сейчас
you we should have
экскурсию
investigated
дадут.
those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense. If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
Ладно. Конечно. Как-никак, ну... Вторую часть они прокачали. Достаточно сильно прокачали. Перейти на инструктаж.
What's broken now?
Ну, свет где-то отрубили. О.
All right, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh? What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
Ладно. Что я думал, как первая часть будет в этом бегать по египетской греческой архитектуре, а нет.
Hey, hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't you? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made? Why?
Почему?
So, the algorithm assigned you the optimism trait. If only we could all be so lucky. Now listen. This meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out. Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right?
Да, знаю, знаю.
I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Так, запомним. 3 шестерки. Песик. А, не отмечается. Песик, 3 шестерки. Подожди, одну секунду. Прям одну секунду. Продолжаем.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
Присоединился я.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Of course. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm sure this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day. Very well. Yakut, if you would.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea.
Ладно.
Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Присоединиться к экспедиции, исследовать новые Иерусалим не обязательно. Так, а я с ними также могу беседовать, да? Джереми. 832.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with. All the things no one else wants to do. Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere. For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure. Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it. I'm the mayor's chief aide. You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further.
Понял. Джереми, ты типа зам мэра. Так, ты у нас кто такой? Германибус.
What can I do for you, 1K? I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us. He is one of the first companions, and as such has done more for our city than you or I ever will. I simply wish he could be more reasonable. It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium, not only for the planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off. It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Ладно. Так, а там ну что? Типа там мы экспедиция будет, а тут можно побегать немного, да? Блин, давай побегаем, посмотрим.
Attention all citizens. Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the founder be with you.
А куда идти-то? А вот тут за что голосуете?
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time? I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis. Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days. It's far worse than most people realize. We urgently need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power, or we will be in serious trouble. No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away. Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's going to start affecting us. In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor. Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city. Thanks, 1K. I don't know if this petition will really accomplish anything by itself, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Ладно. А ты у нас необщительный. Да. Ты у нас 801, 901. 903 точнее. А ты у нас кто? 374. Страхиния. То есть, а интересно, а мир большой тут? У каждого номер типа, да? Блин, а ты отсюда смотришь, как будто этот мир тут немного больше. А, мемориальный павильон Гены. Беседка друзей на углу Иерусалима. Музей симуляции. Блин, куда идти? Пристанище Милтона, застрижали зодчий мемориал Александр Дан.
Hey, 1K.
Зернов. 469. 9. Блин, тут мир, если честно, блин, кажется, это... Или он не такой большой, как кажется? Пекло.
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation. The Founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the Founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass. That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The Founder will return when she sees fit. The Founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption. They were the first to be born after the Founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the Founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the Founder's teachings. Happy completion day, 1K.
Окей. Ты на что, Себастьян? Так, ну, по идее, блин, надо бы, если честно, заканчивать стрим. Думаю, экономия энергии легкомысленно совредит всем. Слишком же я уже не думал, что здесь вот так все будет. Что здесь взяли и открытый мир какой-то сделали.
Hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not? Oh, that sounds very dramatic. I must admit I wasn't following the stream. This whole completion day business is not for me. The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history? How wonderful! I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado. An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting, and not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment. In you, the goal was accomplished. Our growth is finished, and we are complete. Or are we? Indeed. The future is about to take shape, for good or ill. I suspect it will be exhilarating, but painful as well. Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the Progenitor. A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten. By studying her writings and recordings, I have learnt that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult. To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us. Have a nice day.
Huh. Ладно. Ладно. То есть у каждого перса тут свой номер, их свой 1000, да? И каждый из них мы можем здесь найти, да? Кто-то общительный, кто-то нет. Серьезно, а насколько большой этот мир, а? Археологические сады. Люди изобретали сложные увеличительные устройства, чтобы лучше понимать компоненты окружающего мира, что привело к совершению крупных открытий в биологии, физике, философии и многих других отраслях. Это вилка. Печатное издание сборника работ Стратона и Страгира. Принципалос, редактор Афанасий Т. Хубер. Зубная щетка, что ли? Пистолет. Дезертигл разобранный. Да, слишком уж большие. Большой пазл. Блин, серьезно, а мир-то более чем большой. Ну как большой, блин, если честно, вот он уже край уже до края дошли уже. Так, а тут что такое? Валюта, монетки. Это честь такое. А, мяч, я, блин, думал, что за фигня там. Мяч футбольный. Футбол Глории 94-го. Я думал, этот FIFA будет.
Dude, it's you! You're 1K! So nice to meet you, dude. I saw you on the completion day stream. Hey, have you checked out all this ancient stuff? Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. And I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other. I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just seems safer to stay in the city. For sure, dude. I mean, when I woke up, I just had a chat with Neith, and that was overwhelming enough. You got the welcoming committee, and then the giant talking man in the sky? Whoa. They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet. Our ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump, and if they didn't, they freaking exploded. Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh? Honestly, based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost. I don't know, dude. If ghosts don't exist, why did they make so many movies about them? I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence. It's totally gnarly. I'm not sure if I used that right. Yeah, dude. But I'm not sure it's working. Right, before you go, dude, maybe you can help me?
Jim.
I'm not sure I should keep this voice pack. What do you think? You're 1K, you're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Оставляй.
All right, excellent. Thanks, dude.
Оставляй. Так, кто у нас? Red 980. Так, тут у нас что? Сральник. Санитарное оборудование для сброса биообведений, которые могли бы образоваться после употребления пищи и воды. Так, и... Что это? Эквивалент ошибок с кодами 704, 705 и 921 и 932 у древних людей. Ладно. Типа массажер какой-то. 316. Так, кто у нас кто? Котель. Типа игрушечный, да? Что-то как-то это...
Oh, it's you. Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams. Founder bless you, I guess. Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day. You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? a sense that life is actually worth living. You're not the first to think that way, but there's a reason most religions and philosophies warn against it. Even the greatest success leaves you feeling hollow. Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain, but the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever. If you believe that, 1K, then stand up for it. You're important, and people will listen to you far more than they'll listen to someone like me.
Ладно. То есть коктейль у вас как-то это, да? Или это настоящий был? Скорее всего, игрушечный. Так, а вот что тут? Это у нас тупик. Добежать можно. Плавать нам нельзя. Как там сказали, тут изоляция не вечно. Так, ты наш кто?
1K. You've strayed far.
Да, далеко.
Well, that gives me a chance to apologize for completion day not being entirely complete. Yes, it's my responsibility. I'm the chief architect. It was supposed to be done in time for completion day, but we simply didn't have enough resources. It has two purposes: to protect New Jerusalem from the world, and to protect the world from New Jerusalem. That's what the founder taught us. One city may not seem like much, but just look at the dead city and how it transformed the environment. The consequences are still with us, even more than 1,000 years later. You're right. I have heard that argument. But the way it's been explained to me is that the dome has a greater value than just its practical use. It's a symbol of the society we aspire to become. At this rate, I'm not sure. Maybe another decade or two.
А это... Вот здесь его осталось достроить, да? Ну, блин, если честно, тут еще, наверное, ну... четверть еще. Даже больше. Строите. Так, ладно, это получается я тут до конца дошел. Ну-ка, здесь. Не могу там пройти как-нибудь? Нет, тут все уже. Так, ладно. Надо помаленечку уже заканчивать. Сейчас добегу только до той стороны. Это мы примерно вон там были, получается, да? Но есть еще вон там вот территории какие-то, но опять же нам туда пока не пускают. Дотянись до звезд, любопытство делает нас любимей. Думать, экономия энергии легкомысленно вредит всем. Так, еще музей. Копия горгульи, найденная в симуляции. Статуя. Копия римской статуи, найденная в симуляции. Копия статуи дракона, найденная в симуляции. Присутствовали во всех древних мифологиях и, по мнению современных историков, считается культурной отсылкой к динозаврам. Хай, Ланбертрап. Это статуя египетского бога Гора. Так, ты наш кто?
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation.
Музей симуляции.
My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
Блин, давай на этом закончим уже. Блин, потом с ним побеседуем. Сейчас быстренько. Ёп, твою мать, пиздос. Нет, потом. Как-нибудь. Так, cut this game. Talos Principle. Silton Doors. Так. Куда бы еще сходить, а? Так, кто на что? Ярнит, часа 40. Жак, Линкер, Скрикун.
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
Вы сейчас о чем?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Now we've achieved the goal, fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus? That's possible, but you can't be certain. What we do know is that it was human in appearance. What does that suggest to us? I tend to agree. The apparition also directed us to an island outside the city. What can we assume from that? Caution, certainly, but we have no strong reason to be suspicious. I believe whatever is at that location may provide the evidence we need. I'm also sure that we lack the knowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude. We can't know that for sure. It may be a fellow citizen operating in secret.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
I considered some kind of bug in our code, but if so, it would have to be shared by all of us.
So, we're speculating again.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
Can I quote you on that?
Theories are all we can reasonably have right now, though I'm sure that won't come between Cryer and a sensational headline. Well, thanks all for hashing this out with me. Let's hope the mayor signs off on exploring this island. I only wish I could join the expedition. If Melville's going, someone has to stay behind to keep the lights on. I'm not letting Pellegrino near the dam. I hope the next time we speak we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Ладно. Все, совещание закончили. Беседка друзей Нового Иерусалима. Так. Все играли в War Thunder. Играли, но нет. На стриме она не будет. Так, тут у нас что такое? Мемориальная выставка Гены 312. Отложено в связи с новым планом энергосбережения и распределения энергии. Ладно.
Founder bless you.
Да. Так, а тем временем я уже круг сделал. Типа мы пошли в ту сторону. Вернулись с этой стороны. Нам, по идее, осталось только вот музей осмотреть.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Ага.
What do you think that was? It was Prometheus. Sure, but it wasn't the actual Prometheus. It was some kind of a projection. How do you know it wasn't the actual Prometheus? Because that would be stupid. Would it? How do you know all the ancient gods weren't projections like this one? Maybe whoever sent this projection is behind all those legends. Sure, I guess technically that's possible. But it's not very likely, is it? I don't think any of us are very likely. What if it's a message from Athena? Didn't you say Athena wouldn't approve of all this? I did. Then why would she send us a sign on completion day? And why wouldn't she just show up herself? Maybe she's trying to teach us a lesson. Prometheus is a symbolic figure after all. Maybe it's Mayor Heumann. What? Interrupting his own ceremony? After all the effort he put into it? Maybe he's trying to distract us from the fact that he didn't manage to get the dome done on time. With all the power failures, I don't think we have enough energy to create that kind of projection. Maybe that's why we have power failures. Now you're starting to sound like Jock. Next, you'll say, it's aliens.
I just prefer to keep an open mind.
If you open your mind any further, your brain will fall out.
Ну, наконец-то.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Лавка цифрового оздоровления духовной постройки Хельга. Блин, давайте на этом типа закончим. Шулер. И все это уже добьем уже на следующем стриме. Все, давайте на этом закончим, на этом завершим. На этом все. Спасибо за просмотр. С вами был Виктор. Всем пока.